Yeah, Maud did tell me that if I am going to hit someone too hard, then that I should like move the fingers out of the way so that it doesn't hit as hard. So that would possibly be a good time to do that.
So I experimented early on when I was first entering the SCA because I like positive pressure, they like lightest touch. And I did experiment a little bit with a move where I was basically, I would go forward, and as soon as I got to the end of it, I would do this. But it wasn't for the purposes of trying to be martial, it was for the purposes of trying to be kind to them because they have much greater sensibility to the amount of power, right? And it was only for an SCA context would you ever do that if you're trying to. But then I said, you know what, screw that. I decided to work on a different technique for striking my opponents in order to maintain that proper positive control. And that was, this is off topic, but it will come into play for like HEMA context as well as the SCA context. But when you strike your opponent from the wrist and the fingers, if right at the moment that you strike, you flex, you will put all of the force into a bend in the blade and not into your opponent's body. So when you come out there, you can hit with significant speed, but not the power that's going to hurt your opponent. Okay. As long as right when you strike, flex.
And it's even more visible.
And it's visible. If you're in a HEMA context and they see this, they naturally assume that you strike. And rightfully so, they did, because if you didn't do it, you would have hit harder, whatnot. But nonetheless, that is what I decided to go with instead. In an actual sword fight, don't flex. You're trying to run them through, so do that instead.
Yeah, the sword won't bend if it's